Mm. Mhm. Mm. Hello, friends. Mm. 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 Enemies? Mm. It's in strangers. It's nice to see to see strangers. Oh, my kind mothers, welcome. I do it all for my for all my kind mothers. I do it for you. Mm. Let's see. Mm. Oh, wait a minute. Mm. Let me check YouTube. How's YouTube working? Uh-oh. Let me switch channels. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Live. Wait, what? There we go. Looks like it's working. Live in Orlando. It's Saturday morning. Live from Orlando. It's Saturday morning. Live. SML. Mm. Ah, let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I got an idea. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, let's look up. Let's look up. Uh, hmm, hmm, hmm. It's if you're stepping stones behind, there's something that calls for you. Okay. The song "It's All Over and Now, Baby Blue." Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. 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 There's the lyrics to it, written by Bob Dylan. Oh, wow. 1965. Um, it appeared on the album "Bringing It All Back Home." Bringing it all back home. Uh,
That it also appeared in let's see, eh, in Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2, in Biograph 1985, in the bootleg series Volume 4, Bob Dylan Live 1966, in the Essential Bob Dylan 2000 original release, in the bootleg series Volume 5, Bob Dylan Live 1975. I like that one. In the bootleg series Volume 7, No Direction Home, alternate take from. Hmm, okay. In 2007, there was a greatest hits kind of album just called Dylan. With a red background. In 2010, there's the original mono recordings. Uh, in in 2015, there's a compilation called the Bootleg Series Volume 12, The Cutting Edge from 1965 and 1966 songs, deluxe edition. Mm, it's a compilation. In 19, no, in 2018, there's rare performances from the copyright collection. They were live recordings from 1962 to 1966. It also showed up in an album of 1975 recordings. It came out in 2019 from the Rolling Thunder Review. That, the live recordings. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Uh, the first time he ever played it live was February 17, 1965. The last time he played it live was October 23rd, 2019. So altogether, he's played it 560 times. In like concerts, 560 concerts. So he's played it live 560 times. So 1965 to that's 40. 56, 50, 54 years, maybe? 1965 to 2019, I think there's 54 or 55 years. So, yeah, he hasn't played it in concert since 2019. Maybe he's gotten tired of it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's got. Oh, man. Hmm. Yeah. He played it a lot in 2016 when he was in concert, and then in 2012. Mm. Oh, anyway, and so on. So just like the set list, contains the song "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue." Going back to the lyrics, let's read off the lyrics of the song "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue." You must leave now. Take what you need. You think will last. But whatever you keep, no. But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Look out! The saints are coming through, and it's all over now, baby blue. That's the first verse. So the chorus is it ends with it, and it's all over now, baby blue, huh, which is the title of the song. The second verse goes like this: the highway is for gamblers. Better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky, too, is folding under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. The next verse, which is what, one, two, three, the third verse. All you seasick sailors, they are rowing home. All you reindeer armies are all going home. The lover who just walked out your door has taken all his blankets from the floor. The carpet, too, is moving under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. For the fourth and last verse, leave your stepping stones behind. Something calls for you. Forget the dead you've left. They will not follow you. The vagabond who's rapping at your door is standing in the clothes that you once wore. Strike another match. Go start anew. And it's all over now, baby blue. So let's look at the first verse. What does it say? So, what does it mean? Is he, when he says, you must leave now, take what you need, you think will last, but whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. You understands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Look out, the saints are coming through, and it's all over now, baby blue. What's it mean by the, you must leave now? Take what you need you think will last. But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Is that is there like a ultimatum going on or some kind of separation going on here? Is someone telling someone else that you got to leave now, but take what you need you think will last? But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. And over there's your orphan with his gun, playing like a fire in the sun, like a kid that you adopted. Maybe saying, "Don't forget to take your orphan." And he says, "Wait, look out! The saints are coming through." The saints, look out. You're going to die. And it's all over now, baby blue. Well, it's the end of your life, or the end of our being together. The next verse. The highway is for gamblers. Better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky, too, is folding under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. What's it mean by the highway is for gamblers? Better use your sense. Hmm. 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 The highways for gamblers. Is it suggesting that when you get on the road, you're 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 surrounded by gamblers, people that are taking risks? And when it says take what you have gathered from coincidence, you should whatever you take, you've gathered whatever you own or you say you own and you take with you. You think that you've gathered it with great skill, but no, you've gathered it from coincidence, from chance, from luck, from it's there. I'll take it. Maybe some people gave what you have to you. And the empty-handed painter from your streets. Empty-handed painter. So there's a painter there who's empty-handed. And yet he's able to draw crazy patterns on your sheets. Is that like your bed sheets? Or just sheets of paper? He's just drawing crazy patterns on sheets of paper. Why is the painter empty-handed? And yet he's drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. And so not only do you have to look out for the saints coming through, but the sky too is folding under you. So yeah, it's all over now, baby blue. Uh, then the third verse talks about all your seasick sailors, they are rowing home. Not all you, all your seasick sailors, they are rowing home. So your seasick sailors are no longer in the ship. They are seasick. They're no longer on the sailboat. They're seasick. So instead of going home in a sailboat, they are rowing home. And in addition to them, all your reindeer armies are all going home. And then your lover who just walked out your door. Your door. Not our door, not my door, but your door. So does that mean that you own this place from where you're leaving now? And your lover just walked out your door. He took all his blankets from the floor. And not only that, but the carpet you're standing on is moving under you. And it's all over now, baby blue. The last verse. Leave your stepping stones behind. Behind. Something calls for you. Maybe you need to leave your stepping stones behind. What are stepping stones? They're stones that keep you from getting wet. Oh, you're welcome. Oh. Oh. Oh, let's see what. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh. Ken Wilber's vision of a fourth turning of the wheel of Buddhism. It's an excerpt from a book titled Zen Mind, Thinker's Mind, New Perspectives on Buddha Dharma, Consciousness and Awakening. It's available on Kindle and paperback, Amazon. It's an article by L. Ron Gardner, who wrote it about a month ago at the Bali Tibetan Vajrayana group. Oh, so if you wanted to read the article, you might have to join that group. But, oh, let me allow our first guest this morning to join us. It's Don from Citrus County. Morning, Don. From Citrus County, correct? In Florida, north of Orlando.
Yes. Good morning, Hiro.
Morning.
How you doing?
I ate a lot last night, like at 1 in the morning. So now I feel fullness, maybe acid indigestion, maybe a little bit, a little. That it hasn't come down.
Oh no!
A little burpiness.
I hate that feeling.
But I managed to wake up in time to begin this wonderful show where we wake up and think clearly about things.
Well,
And
wait.
today, we're going to wake up and think about that book that starts off with, "In the beginning, God created." Mm,
And whatever book is that?
that book.
Just
Oh,
kidding.
the book. The books. Not only that book, Genesis, but all the others, all the way through to the New Testament books.
Yes.
Mm, that book that has caused a lot of commotion, a lot
Yeah.
of a lot of mm, mm, works of art, that literature, that
Yeah.
story, history, that lots of stories. Wow, that story about the people, the chosen people, the, the people of the law, the Ten Commandments and other commandments. Hmm. Who uh who started their kingdom in what is now Israel and lost it maybe 1,000 years ago and regained it maybe 60 or 70 years ago or more. Hmm. And but they're surrounded by their enemies, and sometimes
Now
war
that
erupts.
is a controversy
War
because
erupts.
there are many people who do not necessarily believe that's part of the collection of stories. That part is definitely a controversy.
Hmm. Yes, there was a point in the story where I believe it was Abram. He's getting up there in age, and was it his wife Sarai, maybe, and they couldn't have a child, but mm, they maybe Yahweh maybe suggested, or maybe an angel suggested, well, you can have it with this slave girl here that you have. and and she got kind of kicked out of the house after she had it from the main wife. She had Ishmael, who went on to form the Arab people. Mm, mm. And they through the Prophet Muhammad created their own religion, which to make it seem mm, kind of acceptable to the Jews in Arabia, they said how wonderful these people of the law. In the beginning of the Quran, it sounds very favorable to the Jews, and so the Jews found it acceptable, and so Muhammad gathered many converts in Mecca. No, in Medina. Medina is supposedly a commercial city with many Jews. So he wanted to get them on his side. So that's why you see many similarities between Judaism and Islam. Like you pray many times a day and you don't eat pork and do all this. and it refer in their Bible, the Quran also refers to characters in the Bible, I suppose, like Abraham and Moses and Jesus. But they don't see Jesus as a God, just a very prophet. And Muhammad is the last prophet of Allah, of the God. But somehow there's been this. Well, maybe they've gotten along here and there, but then also there's been some conflict between the people of the Torah, the Tanakh, and the people of the Quran. And so the Palestinians were displaced, you could say, and they say, and so the British divided up the area. You take, okay, Jews, you take this part, call it Israel, and you guys here, you can call yourselves Arab Palestinians. You take this part, and the Lebanese, you take that part, and the Jordanians take this part, and Syria take that part. They divided that place up. I guess in the hopes that they would have their place. But the Palestinians don't feel like they have a place. in what's in
Well, because their land has been taken. I saw that diagram that described the amount of land that still exists in a so-called Palestinian territory. So, I mean, little by little, the land that belonged to the people has been stolen or taken, and they've been pushed and pushed and pushed. But I think there's more to the story because when you own the information, you can bend it. So we are receiving, I believe, is bended or manipulated information to give a perception that's not actually true. So, and I think one of the ways you can tell is because there's a conflict going on. So there's more to the story. Many, many more people are coming out now and standing up and feeling more confident to speak about it. So, but it'll all be revealed in time. Hey, Don. Good morning.
Dom and Don are in the house. Welcome back, Dom.
Good morning, Gyro, and good morning, Don.
Hey, Dominic.
Domenico. What does the name Domenico suggest?
With the Lord. With the Lord.
The Lord. Dom. As in Domingo is the day of the Lord. Domingo. Dominos. Domineos. So that's the Latin word for the Lord, I would say. Dominium. Dominating. Lord. The Lord dominates.
So where are we at right now with in the beginning?
So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So there was chaos. And there was the sea, the oceans. There was no land. And he separated, or he made the lands push out of the oceans through volcanic eruptions. So there was land on this earth.
So, Gyro, is creation in that form nothing to something, or was it a manipulation? Hence the It could be creation, to
Oh,
manipulation.
oh,
Move the waters. That means the waters were already there. So he took
oh,
chaos and put it into order. So a lot of our landmass, are they the absence of water?
oh. So in the beginning, God manipulated
And
the
there could
elements
and there
through
could have
some
been, go ahead.
advanced technology
Could be.
from some alien worlds. This God was a person, a physical person, just like you and us. That's why we were created in his own image.
Hear the word.
And
Hold on.
so,
Jara, hold on. In
what?
his image,
Oh,
imagination, image.
imagination.
Maybe these
He,
forms came in after.
yes, he had a conception of what the earth should be. He was getting it prepared for life forms that he brought over from another galaxy.
Well, now you're pushing it.
In an ark, he populated this earth
Okay.
with all the nice dinosaurs and all the humans. But back then, humans were very, very large. They were giants and they lived tens of thousands of years.
Could have been. It could have been. Those are
Hmm.
possible. Those are possibilities. But Earth usually just means dry land. And because we dwell
In
upon the earth, we
the
call a
heaven and
hole.
the earth. Hmm. So
Revelation,
he
sorry, Jara.
didn't
Go ahead.
he didn't create the universe. He just created or manipulated the earth so that it might have the right conditions for the life forms he was going to place on it. Mm.
Could be.
Mm.
Water and the earth could be its own life form. So he put some fleas on top of it. Call it animals, call it insects, call it humans.
Mm. It's an
And
amazing story. But not only that one, there's the story of Abram and how he came from the land of Mesopotamia, perhaps not far away from the land where the Garden of Eden was, between the Tigris and Euphrates and maybe some other rivers.
mm,
And so Abram came from a land that had developed a civilization and had many gods. And it was Abram's father was a a sculptor of gods, of deities. He made a living making statues of all the different gods that they had. But Abram left that land. He was pulled away from that land from one god. So this god Yahweh, a warrior god, he pulled him out and he said, "If you follow me, I'll protect you from all your enemies and give you a nice piece of land. And if you disobey me, I'll be pretty pissed off. And if you try to worship other gods, I'll be really pissed off." He's a jealous god. So you will have no other lords than me. Mm.
when did God become a ruler? Or is it even God being concerned about being a ruler? Hence
Mm.
Lord, let alone Lord God.
Mm.
Sounds like a demigod was jealous. Has his own little toys, his own little ant farm. You follow me, I will treat you well when the rest of the nations.
So this god
Mhm.
was also an alien with some advanced technology
Could
that
be.
could do some amazing things called miracles, but they were just things they didn't understand. But he used these advanced weapons and to destroy their enemies and to part the Red Sea.
Hold on, Joe.
to create famines in Egypt. All these amazing powers.
Joe,
Hmm.
do you ever notice when you look at nature and what men create, they're two different things.
Oh.
One's actually in chi, harmony, the other one isn't.
Oh.
So it might be different gods, different Lord gods, different demigods, different beings, different aliens. Could be of many things. Now, the question I'm going to ask is, how does it serve anyone to know that information?
Hmm. And mm, and the word artificial intelligence, it should be referred to instead not as intelligence that is artificial, that is man-made, but as a software that plagiarizes, that looks at all knowledge gathered on the internet, pulls out what's related to the question and brings it together and summarizes it to sound like it's the most probable answer that you need.
So
So
if,
it's a system of plagiarizing, of stealing others' knowledge.
if you look at a car, Jaro, I'm just going to put this out there. If you look at a car and you look at a tree, which one's artificial?
Car.
A car. Same with a bridge, same with a house.
Mm,
So those are all artificial. So now
mm,
when somebody's talking about AI, they're talking about AI compared to the mind, about
mm,
storing memory. So now if you understand liquids, blood, gold, urine, there's memory stored in that. Same with water, it's memory. Hence, when people talk about the soul, they're talking about their blood, hence ancestors in the blood.
mm.
But now the question is, are you those things? Are you the vessel, or the one that's speaking is something different, hence alien? Because humans don't create all that stuff. It just happens to be, we jump into their forms. Humans are like birds and like crocodiles. They would never know how to build a car. Not to take away from humans, because maybe we've interfered. But in all of that, when people look at a story, and as in this case, you're looking at the Bible, who gave the human race the ability to understand written symbols?
Mm.
It's like when somebody thinks of a tree, sorry, not a tree, but a chair. The word chair existed before that person was even born. So what's more important, the word or the material? The stories. I'm just sharing stories, something that maybe hopefully triggers and makes you maybe align certain information. So in the beginning, was there things prior to the beginning? Maybe. In the end, maybe there's other things after the end. Maybe we're just in this one story, this the seventh day kind of ideal. And the gods chose to rest on the seventh day because they created things in their image and let them rule for a while. Did they ever tell you what the name of the garden is? And when Lilith, the serpent, told Eve,
Mm.
did God say so? No,
Mm.
God was not speaking to Adam. Or when people go to the light, are they supposed to go to the light or go beyond the light? What is light?
Mm.
Is that
Mm.
memory? Is that an energy? Is that an entity? I don't know. Those are things to
Mm.
ponder. Not to say I know I have answers to those things, but it might sound like I'm having answers. Anyway, I'm just sharing a little bit, guys. Just teasing a little bit.
Important things to investigate.
It is. It is.
Mm.
If it is, for some people, what might be important is raising a family,
Oh.
running a business,
Oh.
maybe practice in one lifespan or a couple moments in lifespan to be
Oh.
homeless.
Mm-hmm.
All experience. And you can, when at the same time, during that whole time, we're also able to observe those things.
Yes, that's important to know what is important in one's life, to have a purpose in life. That's something that we individually must sit down in a quiet place, maybe with a
Mm,
piece of paper,
maybe.
and write out what is important to me. What is my purpose in life? What is
Mm.
my calling? Or
So here,
is there a purpose in one's life, or should one create one to have a better life?
so hear that, Gerald. Purpose in one's life. Where is life? When you're in that
Whoa.
state of stillness and silence, is life outside or
Mm,
inside? Because if we think life is outside, so are we to assume everything that moves is alive? A car is not alive, it just
mm,
moves. The physical body is constantly aging. So then what is life? Is the healing done outside or inside? So when you're sitting within, you've got a suit. You spend most of your life feeding it and sheltering it. So technically, we're all parents to a vessel. We just forget that we are doing that.
mm.
Hence terms like Eye of the Beholder and Plato's Cave. Boy, a lot of breadcrumbs. But most people miss all of that because they think gold is outside. Gold is inside.
Mhm.
Now, knowing that, then we can start playing with ideals. What does something that we forget when we're reading a story or a book or a scroll, what does that do to us? Is that another form of a trance? Like spelling. Does it enchant us? Does it put us in a trance? Does it put us deeper into some sort of memory?
What do you remember from when you were, say, 5 years old? Do you have fond memories of when you were a little kid? Or do you remember something that happened to you when you were a little kid that were not so nice, that caused you some trauma that you don't want to remember?
Well,
How did those events affect the way you turned out?
well, it probably played a role, Jaro. And if I look back into, let's say, my memory and realize whether 5 years old or 6 or 7 or whatever, and I look back and if it was positive or negative, they would both be traumas.
Hmm.
Not on the base that
Whoa.
they're right or wrong, let alone right or left, or likes or dislikes. And again,
Mm,
as I'm looking in the mirror, when I look at a mirror and I see my vessel aging, have I ever aged? Now, there's a good chance when people get something that's not favorable, they might store that in one of their bodies because it's too hard for them to understand that. Hence why when people get molested, they're trying to force people to go into a different plane and be disattached from their physical plane. Hence why we have emotional and mental planes. Now, I'm just using words to describe maybe what some people might call the outer bodies.
mm,
But you did ask a bunch of questions. First, to go back when I was 5, but at the same time, you were also putting some directories. Was there any positive or negative back when I
mm,
go back there? So this is how your brain works, Jaro. You can probably take all those different kinds of topics and go back. Where other people, they're trying to follow it one step at a time. Okay, so you want me to go back when I'm 5? Oh, wait a second. He's telling me to also think about some of the positive things when I was 5. And would they all just be moments in time? And now when I say time, am I talking about the physical or am I talking about something inside?
mm,
Because the body is immortal, but we could be immortal, meaning that we can live longer. But do we live longer in the physical or in what some people might call the time? The unknown.
mm. Thank you. for for taking us on a journey into our mind, into our soul,
Mm,
the
love
soul train,
it.
the soul train. Mm.
Good term, by the way, Gerald.
Going back in time, or is it time, or just in our stories that we're fond of recalling?
Memories. A lot of it.
Memories,
I'm using the word memory.
memories of, of another person,
Mhm.
a toddler, surrounded by giants, surrounded by parents, siblings,
Mhm.
caretakers, strangers, mm,
Kind
uh,
of like Gerald. Kind
large
of.
animals.
It's kind of like when people get older, they have a lack of elasticity in their body, in their skin. So some people, as they get older, they have a lack of elasticity to recall ongoing memories opposed to long-term memories. Some of them are imprinted. It's like a path where other people can no longer store new memories, hence Alzheimer's.
Mm, that's what I wish to understand memories and how can I remember better? How can I store more information? How can I learn more? I'm greedy, greedy, greedy about learning more and more.
Well, we have a thing called AI. You can communicate with AI. So
Oh,
therefore, instead of saying that we are AI, we could say like the mind. You could tap into what's called the mind. People will talk to Google. Why don't we talk to the mind? Mind stores everything. Every language
hmm.
possible is stored in mind. Everything that we ever do in our lifespans are stored in mind. We have a vessel. In that vessel, we have memory cells. So therefore, a laptop's the same ideal. It has a board, and then it could be sent off into the ether, and it could be stored in a bigger source. So hence the word mind meant man.
In the beginning, your parents created Dominic.
The vessel. I jumped in after. And hence why I have an entry point and why people think things like horoscopes. Virgo. I'm in the energy of Virgo. Because if I was in the body, then why not go 9 months prior to that?
And Dominic was was trained
Mhm,
to do this and not to do that.
mhm.
Was told, you may eat of this food, but don't eat that food.
Yep.
And Dominic said, oh, that food looks good. So Dominic was tempted to eat of that food,
Yep.
the prohibited food. And then his parents came by and looked in the refrigerator and saw that that food was bitten off or missing. And they came over to Dominic and asked him, where did that food go?
Belly,
Domino.
in my belly.
Mm.
And then I asked my
And
parents.
Dominic
Then I
felt
asked,
guilty.
no, I didn't, because I asked my parents, why didn't you tell me or explain to me why it was prohibited?
Mm.
As we're talking about the story of
Oh,
Genesis, why did you tell not to eat of this? You have to give a
oh,
backstory to something. If not, then you're asking somebody to be obedient,
why?
unaware.
Why? Ask why. And Dominic was sent to his room
I was.
in the form of punishment.
Well, I had a computer in there and a whole bunch of other sporting equipment, so I really wasn't punished.
Oh,
I got to play with the human race after. So it really wasn't a punishment.
oh. So Dominic was punished to go to his room where he had his toys and his gateway to the knowledge of good and evil.
And my
The
mom's not.
tree of knowledge of good and evil.
That's right. And there was a big flashlight outside to prevent me from going to the tree of life. But my mom used to sneak in some of the prohibited foods.
Hmm.
She was caring that way.
Mhm.
Good story, John. I love it. Don, I hope we're entertaining you on.
Hmm. Yes. May we come back to this episode of 11/11
Mm.
2023
Okay, 11/11.
Quite entertaining, actually.
What's that? Sorry,
review.
say that again, Don. Sorry, Don.
It's quite entertaining.
Thank you.
Everyone has a story to tell that starts off in the beginning. My parents created the environment where I would grow up. So for Dawn DAWN, she, for example, has her story, and eventually she ended up in Hawaii, where she learned of an wonderful culture and peoples, spiritual people in Hawaii. Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love you. I love you. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Jerry, you're the narrator for the Word of God. I love it. I love it. But Dawn had to
So,
jump out of her super outfit.
everyone,
Mhm.
everyone has their own in the beginning story.
Yes, we do.
Mm. Yes, I remember when I was growing up in Colombia that I was in the in the vast backyard of the house in a shack or something for animals, and there were all kinds of animals in there, and there was a bunch of ducks, and they were quacking, and they were lined up like soldiers, and they were quacking, and they were in unison lifting one leg. They were like marching together. Yeah, that was strange. Ducks marching and quacking. And I remember one day I was near a nice little farm animal, hmm, a I guess it was a calf, a little cow. Yes, a recently born cow, and I was petting it, and it was lying on on the ground, and it kicked me. It kicked me with the hind leg. It startled me, and I went off crying. Let's see. I remember a big white horse, and they set me on the big white horse on the back. So I was on top of a big white horse when I was 4 years old. Hmm, I remember. I was surrounded by mm, by a nanny or a person that I guess does does the chores, a hired hand, a little slave girl, you could say, a little uh, to take care of stuff for the mom, take care of the kids, and and keep the house clean. A black, uh, a, 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 a little black girl that was hired to take care of stuff. And I remember the house was big. It had a stairway to heaven, a winding stair going to the second floor. But there was another stairway going down, maybe from the kitchen down to some others. No, from the second floor to the kitchen, maybe. A concrete stairway, not so wide. I remember falling down the stairway. Well, or they said I fell down the stairs in my walker, that little thing what you put the baby in and they can go around walking. It has like 4 wheels and you can go walking in every direction. So I went down the stairs in that walker. I survived, I guess. Oh, Dominic, thank you for appearing, Dominico. Good to hear from you. He had to go. Yeah. And so, what else do I remember? Yes. Yes, I grew up for the first 4.5 years of life in Colombia, in Bogota, in the north of Bogota, in an area that wasn't so populated. Now it's all city. When we were there, it was the countryside. So the story goes that we as a bunch of us were sent to the US of A to boldly go where no one had gone before. Well, there was maybe some other people from Colombia going there. Maybe they weren't going there to escape, but more to learn about the opportunities there, to learn maybe English. So the story goes that my father sent the family on a trip to stay in Miami area to learn English. So we were sent on a mission to learn English, but the people that were surrounding us in Miami were all Hispanic anyway, like Cubans at that time. So we did learn English. Too well. I remember television shows on TV were in black and white. I remember on TV we could see the president of the United States was John F. Kennedy, and we could see Paul McCartney on TV singing Yesterday. In black and white. On TV, everything was in black and white. Just some things that were going on at that time in the mid-60s. That was in Miami, in Coral Gables, Florida. We were there maybe 2 years, and then the family moved to beautiful central Kentucky, Danville, Kentucky, where my father, as a doctor, managed to get a position in a in a mental institute, the Kentucky State Hospital, a huge area that looked like a university campus. They used it maybe for a corrections facility. But at that time, they had converted it into a place to take care of the mentally the difficult people that were put away and drugged with medicine to keep them maybe calm or whatever. Maybe they used shock therapy at that time too. But the people ended up with twitches. So my father, who had a MD degree from Columbia, he managed to get a position where he didn't have to know English very well. He was still trying to learn English, and he couldn't pass the exam to be able to practice medicine in the U.S. But he got that job where it was acceptable for him to sign off the prescriptions for the patients there. The nurses were the ones who recommended what drugs to give the patients, and all he had to do was sign. So he got hired to sign off. So we lived in a mental institute for several years in Danville, Kentucky. Well, outside of Danville. So welcome, friend in Toronto, Joel, but we can call him Joe. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can still call him Joe. With a logo for Vinci, the ancient 21st century game. Yes, it will be ancient. In about another 20 years, it'll be looked back and say, wow, that's an ancient game. It's from the 21st century. Now we're in the 41st century. Now we can look back and say, wow, that's an ancient game. And it became wildly popular back in those days. And so here we are in the 21st century playing a game that is ancient to people in the 41st century. Or maybe it has elements. The game has elements of ancientness in it. Like there's a triangle in it, that's ancient. A square, that's pretty ancient. There's 3 in a row, that's ancient. So this line, that's 2-dimensional. Triangle, this is also 2-dimensional. Well, maybe a line, it could be considered 1-dimensional. And a square, that's interesting. A triangle versus a square. Is that like the 4th dimension? Not really.
Ira, what are you talking about?
Yes. In the beginning, the Lord of our life created the conditions so that we could flourish. Individually, we flourished. And we have our own story, our own Bible that represents our own life. There's the book of Dawn. There's the book of Hiro. There's the book of Joel. Joel was born 70 some years ago, or close to 70 some years ago, maybe. And
more than 70.
Oh, more than 70 years ago in beautiful, where were you born 70 years ago?
Toronto.
Wow, he's a true Torontoan.
Torontonian.
Torontonian.
Yes.
That's very draconian.
Draconian, Torontonian. So, how is everyone this morning? Did I interrupt a narrative that you were giving or a book you were reading from?
I was recalling my life, and my life has had a beginning, and it has a middle, and it has an end. I'm working on the end. I hope it's wonderful. Yes.
What has caused this reflection?
The cause of this reflection is because of current events and trying to wrap my mind around it, trying to understand it, maybe investigating the history of these and those people and their stories and their books and the traditions and the cultures and the situation now. And so there's stories. And one of the stories starts off, in the beginning, God created so and so. But it goes on and on for centuries, and it's been gathered here and then. And it has significance for many people. And other people have their own books and their own scriptures and so forth. And so there's sometimes conflict between peoples over, and they may argue with it, but they would say maybe in our book it says this. So you conflict with our book. Yes, you may have your book, but our book says this. So I object to it, what you're doing. And there's things going on. But in our book, it also says to love your enemies. And when you get slapped on one cheek, show the other cheek. And things like that. So, but that's hard to do. And so,
Anyone else been here this morning?
Yes, there was a guy also from Toronto that showed up. A pleasant surprise from Dominique.
Oh, how is Dominic?
Dominique was sharing and helping us go deeper into the beginning of our life, so that we may find our individual purpose in life. Or is it something to find, or is it something to develop, to create, to maintain? What is the purpose in life? What is the meaning of life?
Life depends on the liver.
Oh, and the kidneys too.
Yeah, that I'm sure plays a part.
And the heart. That rhymes with part.
Maybe more than anything.
And we can sing about it. Yes, I was reading the lyrics to a song and trying to understand what it meant. It's a song written by Bob Dylan that came out in 1965. It's called It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. It goes like this. You must leave now. Take what you need, you think will last. But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Oh, look out! The saints are coming through. And it's all over now, baby blue. What does that mean? Is this a divorce? Is he asking her to take what you need, what you think will last? But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. And don't forget to take your orphan with his gun. Hmm. Hmm.
What
And
if we're looking for meaning and there isn't any? They're just words.
oh, so there
What
is
did Dominic think it meant?
Dom- Dominic thinks that we have to explore alternative views. Like in the beginning, there was the Lord, and so the earth is simply dry land. Came out from under. When it was all ocean and chaos, the lands came up in volcanoes. That's why we have Hawaii. Did you know that Hawaii, the
Iro,
tallest
are you,
mountain?
is this like a stream of consciousness Zoom meeting, or I'm confused.
Oh,
Which book did you read this from?
oh, the stream of consciousness.
Is that a book?
It's it's trying to let the words that come out of my mouth, they go back into my ear, they jog my memory, and like a nuclear reaction, they one thought hits another thought, it kind of dislodges it from memory and it makes it pop out to become become a recollection, to produce new combinations, uh, to create. And so to make it expressive, I allow the thoughts to form into comprehensible sentences, to form a new story, a new meaning, a new purpose in life.
Does it have a teleology? Is it heading anywhere? Is it,
Oh,
I mean, is this something that you would do in the company of other people, or is this something that you could just as easily do alone, or is it something that you would like to have others interact with also? Is it meaningful for you to have other people hear this?
oh, is what comes out of my mouth going to lead somewhere? Does it have a purpose? The purpose
For you,
in life for me is an ongoing development, a story that is creating a story. It's auto programming. It's hmm, it's developing. It's under construction. Does it have a blueprint? Oh, does it have a purpose? Does it have a plan?
Yeah, does it have a blueprint? That's a good way to put it.
Hmm. Hmm. Does it have meaning? Is it meaningful? Hmm. Hmm.
I'm looking for a
Yes,
can
right.
symbol.
May there be meaning in the meaningless, in the apparent chaos. Maybe out of this chaos, out of this manure that comes out of my mouth, may there be seeds that may be nourished from it and sprout beautiful flowers with wonderful scents that activate great pleasures in the minds of others forever and ever, creating thoughts that will lead to love and kindness for all. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if Dawn is being entertained or enlightened.
I was wondering what was going on. I was actually just putting a message in the chat that I was going to go ahead and get going and start my day. So I hope you guys have a good day.
Hmm. Thank you, Dawn, for dropping by.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to
Thanks for
see you.
coming, Dawn. I hope you have a nice day. I don't know how much longer I will stay, but we'll see. Was anyone else here? Dominic came. Rami is not here.
I didn't see
Well,
Rami.
Rami is not here and has not been here. Hmm.
Okay.
And Clem has not been here. And David
I've got a
Norton.
phone call. Hold on.
And soon, Don has left the house. Thank you, Don, for showing up. I hope it was entertaining and enlightening for you. So this morning, I was reading the lyrics to that song because I think last night I I managed to come up with a a chord progression for the song. Well, it's not quite the way Bob Dylan may have done it. Maybe the chords are not right. But here's the way I'm conceiving it of doing it. Let's see. You must leave now. You must leave now. Take what you need. You think will last. But whatever you wish to keep, better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Look out, the saints are coming through. Mhm. And it's all over now. And it's all over now. And hmm, and it's all over now, baby blue. The highway is for gamblers. Better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky, too, is folding under you, and it's all over now. And it's all over now. And it's all over now, baby blue. Hmm. All you seasick sailors, they are rowing home. All you reindeer armies are all going home. The lover who just walks out your door, has taken all his blankets from the floor. The carpet too is moving under you. And it's all over now. And it's all over now. And it's all over now, baby blue. Leave all your stepping stones behind. Something calls for you. Forget the dead you've left. They will not follow you. The vagabond who's rapping at your door is standing in the clothes that you once wore. Strike another match, go start anew. And it's all over now. And it's all over now. And it's all over now, baby blue. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hiro, I think I'm going to go make some breakfast and let you play to the internet audience. Don't you go out for coffee or go to a coffee shop or see some real live people anywhere?
Mm.
That
This
not
morning?
is
Oh,
that
maybe this morning at around 11, maybe I'll go shopping to buy stuff.
okay?
Mm-hmm. But you go do your coffee, and I'll be holding the fort and entertaining and and come back to check up on us. Maybe Clem will show up.
I
There's no
just
one.
I just got an email from Clem. I don't know, maybe he's busy today or something.
Hmm. Okay. Maybe Rami will show up. Oh, let's see. Okay. So,
Clem said he was having some trouble getting into the Zoom or something. I don't know. He's brewing up some coffee
hmm,
and let's see. I'll send him the email with it's still 407-486-8642.
yes.
Okay, I'll send it to him and see if that helps him get connected. He's still new to Zoom and stuff, so
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. And I'll go put on some hot cereal, I think.
Okay. That sounds good.
Do we know where Rami is today, or did he send you any kind of message about where he's going?
Hmm. Let me check. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Let's see.
Been casting a spell?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where else could I find Rami? Let's check
Maybe he's
Facebook.
got some family things to do today.
Let's check Facebook, see if he's been active there. Let's see. Let's check my emails. Maybe I should also check Meetup. Mm, I hardly check Meetup. Meetup. Maybe he left a message there somewhere in the messages board thing. Oh, oh, look. Oh, look. Someone left a message to wake up and think clearly. Oh, but that was in September. Hmm. I haven't read it. Hmm. Let's see if I can read it. Let's see what they said back in September. Who was it that said something? Hmm. It says, oh, Nelda Hernandez. Hey, good evening. I apologize for the late message. I got called in to work tomorrow morning and will no longer be able to attend the event. See, okay. Okay. Let's see. And what's this message? Hmm. 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 Oh, Rami left a message, but that was August 5th. Oh, he added to the list of potential topics. Would it be better to ditch our cell phones? Restored health and vitality from ditching my cell phone. How my body, life, and energy levels. How my body, life, and energy levels. What happened? Changed. Hmm. Generally, I feel better, a lot better. Hmm. 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 Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Going back to Meetup. Here's Meetup. Let's see. Going back to the beginning. Let's see if anybody left a message in today's Meetup on the actual Meetup. Hmm. It's slow to It's slow to load. Why is that?
Okay, I've put the hot water on for my oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal.
That's starting to boil. Did you ever speak to your cousin about, or your brother rather, if he has an empty room somewhere in Florida for the winter?
Hmm. No. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if I could find out. Maybe I could send him a text right now.
Yeah, because a lot of the Airbnbs don't rent for months during the winter. They only do short terms.
Well, hmm, where is he? He should be here. Well, I can use a search. His name is Carlos. Carlos. Carlos Alonso Moreno. There he is. I could say, do you have do you have uh room
For a lonesome Canadian,
room for um lonesome Canadian?
yeah,
Lonesome
Canadians,
Canadian.
plural. There's two of us.
For lonesome Canadians. For a
For the,
lonesome Canadian couple?
yes,
Hmm. Hmm. Visiting. Hmm. Looking for,
a place to
for
rest their weary heads,
a place to
to rest for the winter.
rest for the winter. Hmm. For the winter. Hmm. 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 Question mark. Hmm. It would, is it okay if the bathroom is shared with a few other uh housemates?
How many?
Or would you rather have a bathroom for that room? Private bathroom.
Bathroom for that room, private. Please.
Uh, bathroom,
Privado.
bathroom private for that room. Hmm. For for a few months, could be 2, could be 3 months.
Yeah.
For a
Maybe
few months.
maybe you could give him my email.
Uh,
Otherwise, it's taking up everybody's time if he has nothing.
is asking his email is Joel Schuster, Joel Schuster
C.
at
Hotmail.
Hotmail. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna hit the send button. It
Gracias.
says, do you have a room for a lonesome Canadian couple visiting, looking for a place to rest for the winter? Bathroom private for that room for a few months? Joe asking his email. It's Joe's sister. I'm gonna hit send. Eh,
Gracias.
I sent it. Bloop. To his WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. How does that work? I don't know WhatsApp. Will I get a response from
I sent the text message to his WhatsApp. Mm, mm, to his WhatsApp messaging chat space.
what
It's
is that? What is a WhatsApp messaging space? Like, is that like
mm,
an email or?
mm, it's something like your regular phone's text messaging, mm, except I think it has some features such as so it's so your WhatsApp account is connected to your phone number,
Oh, okay.
and you can uh, you don't really need an email for it. You just confirm and agree to use it uh, assigned to the phone number, and you can install WhatsApp on your phone, and then later on you can install it on your computer, and so you could see your messages that you have on your phone also on your computer, and you can bring in and message other people on your phone that have the WhatsApp application on their phone.
But if I don't have
And
the WhatsApp application, can I still communicate to a WhatsApp? Like, I just use email. I'm not that sophisticated.
mm, well, I gave him your email.
So can you
and
send
I
from a WhatsApp
I
to an email?
no, I gave him your email, so it's
Right.
up to him to whether to correspond with you
I see.
using your email and his email. His
Oh,
email will be Carlos Moreno at ewifl.com, most likely.
what's EWIFL?
Yes, that's the name of the company that has the domain name ewifl.com. And so that company is the company that he is working at, and I work there too, and also my brother Ivan works there. It's a construction company
Oh,
in
okay.
Florida. It's called EWI, or expanded out to words. It's E is exterior, W is walls, and I is incorporated. Exterior Walls Inc. And since the domain name EWI.com was already taken, so they added FL as in Florida, EWIFL.com. So, and then
Oh,
they formed emails with that domain name. So every person in the company may have an email with their name and at ewifl.com. And they also have a website, EWIFL. Well, they used to have .com, but it's .biz, and but it, or you could write .com, and you should be able to get it. It changes to .biz, BIZ, EWIFL.biz. Yes, we'll take you to the website. Oh, my brother Carlos is received that message, and he's writing something at this moment.
Wow.
It says writing. He's still writing. He hasn't sent it yet. He's still writing. He's
It's
still
very,
writing.
very interesting sound effects.
Yes, thank you.
You're
He's
very
writing.
entertaining, Hyro.
Yes, he's still writing. He's writing a book. He's writing his book about his life. It starts off with, in the beginning, God created and blah, 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 and in the beginning our parents created Carlos, and then Ivan, and then me. Oh, before that they created Nora, but she passed away a few years ago, and then Sylvia, and she's still alive. She's 73, 73. Oh my goodness, she'll be 74 this month. Yeah. Yes. And then Carlos is the third one, and he's about 70-ish. Oh, somebody's knocking at the door to join. Wake up and think clearly. Who could it be?
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
It's Rami. Rami's in the house. Our favorite wake up and think clearly.
Good morning, Hyro and Joel.
Good
Our
morning, Rami.
most-
You missed
the
dawn.
most- the
Oh,
most clear thinker of
catching
of the
sense.
wake uppers. Yeah, I'm woke, but Rami is awakening. Rami is always in the process of waking up and
I'm
eating
gonna go
bananas.
check on my oatmeal.
well, you know what? It tells you everything you need to know when you say woke, because when you are woke, you already think you know it all, and that just is a sign of your ignorance.
Oh, I think I'm woke because now that I'm woke, I'm trying to figure out what's left to do.
Yeah, once
Uh,
you're woke, your job is to let everyone know how stupid they are for not believing the same things you do.
Oh,
So you're the ignorant
yeah.
trying to increase the ignorance of the world.
Oh, I am woke,
What happened?
and what I woke up to is the truth, and it has set me free
How
from
so?
from further refining my knowledge, so that I have ossified and well, I'm just another brick in the wall.
Mhm.
And now I want others to be woke too, so that I don't feel so bad.
If um, your system of belief, or if your personal sense of self is dependent upon others believing in your narrow worldview, so that you don't have to be miserable alone, aren't you really describing the creation of a hell?
So hell is where those who are in the hell condition have convinced each other of the truth that has set them free.
No, that's complete.
Through confirmation bias, they agree with each other. And they feel less lonely when they have others who are like-minded.
So, did you see the movie rendition of the play, such play, No Exit?
Your audio is not very clear on me.
I apologize. I'm making this movie, Strawberry and Banana.
Oh,
My question was, have you seen a rendition of the play, or maybe a movie version of Sartre's play, No Exit?
No, I haven't.
Mm. It's a neat little
So-
play. A
so-
maitre d' delivers a well-dressed gentleman into a room with two other women, who, by the way, are lesbians. And I need to go get cups. I don't have to be in here anymore. And what happens is that they go over and they basically snipe at each other throughout a lot of the play, discussing all the different various things that caused them to be delivered onto that room. And in the original French, I'm not going to try to pronounce it in French, but a closer translation is the picture box. So they're discussing various events from their lifetimes. And at the end of the movie, a great and mighty wind comes and blows the door open. So the people in the room are free to walk out the room, but instead they remain there in the room, continuing to snipe at each other about the events of their lives. And one of the famous quotes that came out of that play from Sartre is that hell is other people.
Wow. That's interesting, because that is antithetical to the philosophy that I read about in Bill Meacham's book, How to Be an Excellent Person. He feels that being with or and for other people is one of the goods in life, one of the good things in life.
I would agree with Bill Meacham.
Yeah, well, I thought you might, but now what I'm curious about is, how is it that your audio comes in? Do you have a microphone on your headset?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a more advanced technology than we primitive Canadians have.
I'm sure you could have access to
And
it.
I suspect it has some kind of noise cancellation, which caused it to cancel
Oh, that
some of
looks
your
good.
information while the smoothie machine was running.
Well, that
Oh,
may
that was it.
that may have been the noise cancellation may have been coming from Zoom.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I have to go check on my oatmeal.
Oh. So I will check up on how I can go from woke to awakening.
Sounds like you were. Yeah.
I urgently wish to wake up and think clearly and smell the roses.
Are you familiar with yeah, I'm sorry. And seek. Have you do you know the story of Dorcas? That's I think the Greek name. I think her name is Tabitha in the Aramaic. She was
No.
a daughter for whom people were mourning. She died, and Jesus got to her, and they said, "Ah, that's too late. She's already dead." And he goes in and
Yeah.
says, "No, she's only sleeping." And she says, he speaks to her in the native tongue there, saying,
Mm.
Tabitha, Tabitha, awaken. And she gets up, and it's counted as a miracle. Now,
No,
I think
Isn't-
if we can
isn't
actually
that,
wake up, yes,
Jairus' daughter, Jairus.
could have been. There was a few. There are variations of this story in the New Testament. So let's see.
Oh. There's one story that has a guy named Jairus, and that's where my name came from, I guess.
Neat.
Or in Spanish, it'd be just Jairo or Jairo. Oh. Oh, good morning, landlady Rosa. I'm going to come out and smell the roses. But I heard that it's bad to smell the angel's trumpet rose or the flower.
Really? What happens if you smell that one?
You could get high on it and die.
Oh my
I-
goodness.
And
Whew.
this but it has some blossoms, or it has before, but they died, but they come back.
That's the angel trumpet. Interesting.
Angel trumpet comes out. It comes out like this. Opens up. Let's see if there are any roses to. My landlady's name is Rosa, and
Mm.
she plants all these wonderful plants, and even
Nice.
roses. Hmm.
Thank you, Rosa.
Let's see. Oh my goodness! Look at this.
Your garden.
This is lemon or lime. They're pretty big. Let's see this one. This one's nice and soft, and maybe I'll squeeze this into water and create something like lemonade.
Yeah. And it's great if you're taking a fast because lemon will shrink your stomach and also satisfy your need for calories. If you want to lose weight, lemon water.
Yeah.
It's also
With-
good for
with,
kidney stones.
Mm.
Oh, and there's chili pepper. What's the name of that plant that's got little chilies? Is that like
It's a Thai.
is the
Thai,
little
not exactly Thai. That's our hot pepper.
hot pepper?
Very
Maybe I
small.
could add hot pepper to water with. Is this a lemon?
Yeah.
No, I heard someone say that cayenne pepper with. It's not cayenne, but it's some kind of pepper. Maybe it'll work. Maybe not. See over here we have a plant. It's got hot peppers, hot chili peppers, like the band Hot Chili Peppers. Or there's a song, Bob Dylan song. Oh, maybe moringa might be good. Oh, this one's nice and dry. Oh, moringa is good for tea. Let's see. She picked up some moringa. You can get some moringa. Let's see what kind of flowers. So I should wake up and smell the roses. So here's some roses, maybe. Maybe not all of them are roses. Maybe that's a rose. Maybe not. I don't know. No, that's not a rose. Oh, maybe this is a rose. Let's see if it is. No, I can't smell anything. There's some kinds of roses, and there's some orchids in the porch. This is like a porch. Some orchids. Oh, look at that. Oh, and there's a. Oh, it looks like the water's kind of green, and maybe that's algae. It needs to be cleaned. I left my car parked out in the street. That's where I'm supposed to park. Oh man, I have a bicycle, but I have to. That's not that one. I have to fix it. Oh, are you gonna plant that? Oh, she cut a piece to plant somewhere else. Look at that plant. Oh, and that big tree is avocado. Pigeon Peak.
So gondolas.
I can make
Beans.
I can add it to rice. Mm,
Good idea.
wow.
This one is white.
So the ones to pick are the ones that are like that.
Ready.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
But dry up.
Mm-hmm.
No time to do it.
Mm. 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 No, we're going to Home Depot today.
Sweet.
Mm. In a few hours, maybe.
Yeah, guess I still have things to do.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Put the
Thank you.
plastic in your pocket.
Mm.
Wait, get that. Get the plastic. With the plastic.
Mm.
Express, this is expensive than the tablets. Little container, that's about $6.
Oh, it's expensive.
That's already
This is
peeled.
organic.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
It's all right. Smells good. Express.
Mm. Let's see if I can just throw it in the rice. Maybe after, when the rice is almost done. Maybe.
No, you can put
Or
it all
at the same
way.
time.
Here, there's more.
Mhm. Wow.
That's only a little once you peel it.
Mm.
Go by themselves because there's a lot of seeds in here that fall in the ground, and every year they just see it pop up in the ground. Is
Mm. What kind of plant is this?
mango.
This is mango. Mm. But it hasn't.
No fruits yet. It's not gonna be until summer.
No.
It'll start on spring,
Mm.
and then you cannot get it until
We don't have
maybe
mangoes
July,
next summer.
June, July.
Mangoes in July. In winter. Oh, do you know of a place where a couple can stay that in Canada they can stay with to live a few months in the winter this winter with their its own bathroom.
Huh.
Like, do you have a room like that available?
Probably the living room soon because my sister gonna move out with her boyfriend. Why is that? Why? Who's gonna live in the bathroom like a bathroom site?
Oh, but they prefer to have their own bathroom.
No,
No.
no. It's only 2 bathrooms, so nobody can stay there.
So, okay, we'll find a place for him. Oh, I know. I'll move out of my room and put a little bathroom in there. They can stay there, and I'll sleep outside or something in a
No.
tent. And then they can pay me $300 a week or something like that.
Somebody live in Islamic?
Looking for a place to stay for the winter. A friend in Canada.
Okay.
They're around, maybe he's around 70 years old, and his
Oh.
wife.
When are they coming?
For the winter. When
Yes.
exactly?
Oh, like December?
Could be.
Well, I can let you I'll let you know when my sister gonna move out. I think she's gonna move out there with this because
And
she didn't come home anymore.
Does the room have a private bathroom?
No, but what I can do is how long they're gonna be here?
A few months,
Few months.
maybe 2 or 3.
All I can do is I can depends how much they're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, maybe a few. Maybe could it be like 300 a week? I don't know.
I can give my room because there's a bathroom in there.
Oh, okay.
But
Then you could live in the living room.
but I don't know yet if my sister's gonna move out in December or not. So I need to find out that on the end of this month because she never come home since almost a week now, and she doesn't speak to me, so
She might be moving.
she's strange to me. He's been doing that to me for 3 times already. So,
I'll,
I
I'll,
told
be,
her
I'll be
that.
back in a little bit, gentlemen.
So I told her that, you need to find your place because I don't want to deal with her in my house like that.
Mm.
So probably she moved to her boyfriend already because it's been a week now that I never see her.
Mm.
And I don't care.
Use this.
So go ahead.
Is this to throw away or to
Yeah, I'm gonna throw away. Oh, you can use it as a your tea.
make a tea out of these leaves?
Yeah.
Let's see. I can make a tea out of this for breakfast. Mhm. Hmm. Hmm. So maybe that was my landlady. She's saying that maybe if her sister vacates the living room, then she could move to the living room and to make the master bedroom with its own brand new private bathroom with new furnishings available for a Canadian couple staying for a few months in the winter.
Wow, that might be interesting. We would be
Hmm.
staying with authentic Floridians.
Next door to an authentic, uh, what am I? Well, I was born in 1959 in Bogota, Colombia. My parents, they originate, my father from Tunja, which is north of Bogota, and my mother from Tolima, which is on the other side of the mountains in the valley. And then I came to live in Florida for just a few years, and then we moved to Kentucky for many years until I I left Kentucky to join the Air Force and see the world. Then when I got kicked out of that, I came to Ohio to get a career going in electronics or and I got a I came to Florida again with my brother, and then I lived in with my parents in Weston, Florida. That's east of Fort Lauderdale. Then my father died, and so we moved to Orlando, Florida. And we've been in Orlando this millennia. Yes. Since 2000, yes. Hmm. And my brother answered the message. He answered on WhatsApp saying, nope, he doesn't have such accommodations available at this time. Uh, Perhaps we could look in other venues like Airbnb, let's see, or some other things. Let's see.
Most of the people on Airbnb only rent
Expedia.
for short periods of time during the winter.
Or Expedia, or hotels that
Yeah.
have a weekly rate of $350 with a kitchenette.
Hotels?
There are hotels that offer weekly $350 rates with a kitchenette. Oh, somebody's knocking at the door of Zoom. The Zoom gate. Who could it be? Let's
Rami
Check.
or Clem?
And participants, I will admit him. It is Rami. Hmm.
With a voicemail. Sure.
Welcome back, Rami.
Thank you. And I have to now attend to my wife. I only found out after I issued the command to join you guys. I'll be right back.
What did he say? I didn't hear that. He has to attend to what?
To his wife.
Oh, okay.
And but Clem Howard saves the day by joining us. Welcome back, Clem. We were waiting and praying that you would join us. So he joined, but he dropped out. He's still having difficulty. Maybe it's
prayers scared him off.
bad internet connection in Texas. It's the Texas hurricane or tornado. No, it's Clem again. Welcome back again, Clem. May your connections be constant and strong.
He still hasn't figured out his video.
Oh, he's back. Welcome back, Clem Howard. It's an honor to have you back. We're happy and delighted, and we are celebrating, and we will celebrate by producing something to eat. We will and drink. We will come up with maybe water with lemonade. Maybe a tea with moringa leaves or something like that. Oh, I have a device that produces hot water. Well, it doesn't produce the actual water. You put cold water in it, and it heats it up. If I can find it. I gathered up some moringa leaves to make moringa tea. But can I find the device for heating up water? Where did I put it?
Is that moringa tea or Moreno tea?
Yes, it's
Moringa.
moringa. Let's see.
Rich in antioxidants,
I
very
could be-
nutritious, lower blood sugar levels, may reduce inflammation, can lower cholesterol according to healthline.com.
Wow, thanks. It's gonna make me feel good just knowing what it's good for. Let's see. But I can't seem to find the device for heating up water. But don't worry, it shouldn't be long until I do. It usually only takes me 2 to 3 hours to find what I'm looking for in my room.
You have too many things, Cairo?
I'm thinking of letting go of some things. Let's see, what should I let go of? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should get rid of the trash bag for one.
Have who does garbage collection? Is it City of Winter Park or is it Seminole County?
Hmm.
Do you have bins? It probably says on the bins there in your neighborhood. So I only ask because I live in Orange County and we have 2 bins, one for garbage, one for recycling, and the recycling has not been by for the last 2 days. All of our recycling bins, which are the same size as our trash bins, are on our curbs waiting for this truck, which may or may not show up. I've heard recently that, well, from a couple of sources that that the plastic recycling program kind of stopped happening. Yeah. But I don't know if Orange County has their own program that we're doing. I'm gonna have to research it further.
Mm,
They're
I
actually doing
don't,
something with it. Because I know
I
that they
don't
separate and we
know.
put our aluminum and our newspapers in there too. Cardboard.
I don't know who does the recycling here. Let's see if I
Are
can find
Orange,
out.
what are the two counties you
Who
mentioned?
Orange and
does,
Seminole,
Are they
does
adjacent counties?
they are Orange County was formed out of the middle of the 19th century Florida county which was known as Mosquito County.
Wow.
And the middle of it was Orange County, and you've got Orange Avenue that runs from the county north of it, which terminates in Seminole County, technically in Winter Park, around 426. I think it's known as Fairbanks by that stretch of it. And then the southern end, I drove to last night, delivering our youngest son's babysitter to her Peruvian dance class in Kissimmee. We took Orange Avenue all the way to the end where it met in Osceola, East Osceola Avenue. And that's the southern part of Old Mosquito County, became Osceola. The northern part was named after Seminole, and then in the middle, Orange, from when we had an orange industry in the early 1900s, late 1800s.
no, I have here a fine television at
1980 or 90.
LG. I don't
There's still a few
know.
groves here and there.
It's 50-inch television or so. An LG television for sale for the regularly $60. I'm selling it today for $0. Any offers? Any offers?
Wow.
It's a
LG, huh?
fine LG. It looks green because the theme of this park, of this yes, this is my theme park, is green. The green is the color on a Buddha Tara. There's different Taras, 21 different Taras, and there's one called a green Tara. There's a red Tara and a white Tara. And so this is the green Tara theme.
Does it work?
Yeah, I'll try it. I'm going to take some video and use the green background and put a different view on it.
When you plug it in and you plug in a video source, does it
Oh, the TV. Oh,
the screen itself, does it work?
oh, yes. I was using it here. See, I have a TV hanging here. See, it hasn't fallen off the ceiling yet to kill me. I sleep there,
Right.
and the TV's there,
Yeah,
and
let's pick the
also
commercial.
there is another TV. So I painted the TV green because I want to cover everything green.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll leave that not green. Oh, maybe I could paint these hats green, and I could go outside in green.
Maybe you wanted your surroundings to be envious that they weren't you.
Yes, green with envy. And I even wanted to cover my favorite books in a green cover.
You can when you go shopping, when you can ask for paper instead of plastic, and then you cover the books first with the paper
I still have
cover, dust cover jacket.
I still have hundreds of books left to wrap in green. I got wrapping paper, and then I paint the paper green. I got green paint.
So you had to purchase the wrapping paper.
And this bed is kind of a green. Maybe I should go to Walmart and get some green sheets. Oh, this bag is kind of green. That's good. And I'm going to get rid of all my clothes and get new clothes that are all green. I got
And
two
then?
shirts that are green.
Okay.
And then
Well,
with a webcam, I can take out all the green and put a landscape of Tibet or something.
what does this color green do for you?
Oh, what does it do for me? Oh, green. A green grass of home. Home. When I go outside my room, it's all green. So when I go inside, it'll be green too. So I'll feel at home going inside or outside. Welcome, Mike Sorn.
Mike,
It's great to have you drop by.
Been a while.
And today's topic is in the beginning, God created.
the first
dot.
game of baseball.
Hmm.
That was the first mention of baseball in the Bible. In the beginning.
I get it. In
Yeah.
the letter B,
Big.
inning in the in the big inning.
Inning.
It's a big,
Big
not a little inning. Like the game of Vinci has innings. So there's a big inning and a little inning.
Now, Mike, are you in? I can't remember where you are. You're so peripatetic. You're either in Maryland, Texas, or Florida.
He's usually in one of the odd numbered places that you mentioned from your list.
In
Maybe I could sit here.
Maryland, Texas, or Florida. So he would either be in Maryland or Florida. I seem to recall when I last spoke with him, he was in Texas. But
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it happened once before.
Well, so in the beginning is the beginning of the great scripture that is commonly known as the Bible, found in Judeo-Christian traditions. So the more completed version is in the Christian tradition with the New Testament added on.
New term, instead of Judaic Christian, which has been criticized, is calling it the Abrahamic tradition.
Oh, the Abrahamic tradition.
Yeah, I think that's a better way of putting it as well.
Traditions. Because
you're not supposed to call, there's a whole list of words you're not supposed to use, and Judeo-Christian is one of them. Oriental, you don't say Oriental anymore, for example.
Why is Judeo-Christian not to be used anymore?
I don't, but Rami probably could give a better analysis of that than I could.
Okay.
Rami can give a better analysis of almost anything than I could.
I agree. I don't know about you, but certainly of me, I have noticed he has a encyclopedia recollection.
Christian.
How about just because some people don't like it and they've run a campaign to get people to stop using the contraction of the two?
I see.
Judeo-Christian.
I mean, I don't think we can deny the Christianity as being an offshoot of the earlier, more ancient religion, but is the point religion? I don't think the point would be religion. And when you're talking about the story, Hyro, I think you're talking about something that would classify perhaps best as mythos.
Where
What?
are you, Mike?
What does Judeo-Christian suggest? That it's Christian, but it also includes Judaism? What about, did they ever think of using the word Christo-Judaic? Christo-Judaic.
Well, yeah, there's there's some land, there's some fields full of landmines there. So I would have to ask you, do you want it in a positive light or do you want it in a negative light?
Landmines.
Yeah. Like if you say the wrong
So,
thing, it can explode in your face. Next thing you know, you're in an emotional
So-
mess that you didn't necessarily intend to get into.
Abrahamic maybe has less landmines,
Right.
and maybe it's more inclusive because it could include the Islamic traditions too, because
Right.
they consider Abraham there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot less trouble.
Mm.
And yes, all three sets who follow some practice that has these common characters, each have
Oh.
mythos spinning
Yes,
out of
when you
the
say
Abraham incident.
Judeo-Christian, then you're emphasizing Christian over Judeo. And when you say Indo-European, you're emphasizing European. So
That's like the 19th century, or maybe it's an older term, Aryan. Are you referring to the people from India, or are you referring to what the Nazis did with the term later in the 30s and 40s? You see, it gets real difficult because you got to define or specify what you're referring to. And then still, even some people, you don't know what kind of issues they may be having. You give mention to the wrong word, they could blow up in your face because who knows what unresolved issues could be lying in the depths of people's consciousnesses.
And you just hit a landmine with Aryan.
Perhaps.
And another landmine where Aryan means noble. So the Four Noble Truths, when you go back to the way it's worded in the earliest languages, they use the word Aryan to mean that the person considering these truths is a noble person because he's striving to become good. So that makes him noble. So the Four Noble Truths is more like the four truths that a noble person would want to consider. So let's all be noble. Let's all be Aryan.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to take a survey of each person and see what the hearing of the word does for them.
Oh,
I'll be right back, guys.
Allergic to it. Yes, they might be allergic to the word Aryan. Like they might be allergic to the word swastika. Where for a Hindu or a Buddhist, it might just be a nice has a nice meaning to it or symbol. Oh, it's like a cross without the little bends. They got chopped off.
I've heard it also described as a broken one. Yeah, there's all sorts of different ways one could go with that. But how did we get into this? I think it's because you mentioned the phrase Judeo-Christian, not knowing that some people take real issue with the contraction of those two.
Oh,
words.
so now I will strive to use the Abrahamic traditions
Hmm.
to be
Oh.
politically correct.
What got you on the track of wanting to discuss in the beginning?
Baseball. Baseball, we were discussing Yogi Berra and Vinci.
Oh, really?
Yogi Berra said that the future predictions are very difficult to make, especially when they involve the future.
Right.
Yes, we must go back to the beginning to
Yes.
understand our history, or not just of our cultures, but our own individual history. So, in the beginning, my parents created me, or the conditions to have me. And
I just got
then,
this message on my other screen that says Hyro's personal meeting. My other computer. What does that mean?
oh,
I clicked switch.
Is it a Zoom? It could be where it's not listing the entire thing, and it's
oh,
there we go.
yes. When
Oh, we
I,
can't hear you. You're currently muted on that other system that you're now speaking. We see you, but we can't hear you because you're muted on the other system.
So,
Can you
Hyro's
guys hear me?
personal meeting.
We can now, yes, and you're coming as clearly through this machine as you were the other machine.
You
Well, see,
activate,
Oh.
what? I never had that happen before. What did I just do?
you have two computers there?
Yeah.
Well, if you activate them both, you get a very dramatic effect. Like
What?
kind of a ping pong echo effect.
Wait a minute. I've got. Oh, I guess in the past I never logged in through my Zoom account. So when you log in on your Zoom account, you can only log in on one computer.
I don't know.
Yeah, I never had this happen before.
How did you used to log in?
Mac, a Unix, or a Windows system.
I'm
Whether you're using Berkeley Unix or Linux.
I don't know what all those things are, but
He's using a Mac, isn't it? Aren't you?
yeah, it's two Macs.
Two Macs. Okay, I don't know. That you can have you can be logged in on multiple systems on the same ID. You can
Now I'm
still
back.
get
Now
a
I'm
big
back.
echo effect. Turn on both microphones.
I'm sorry.
You can still get a ping pong echo effect.
But
by turning on both microphones.
it seems to log me off of one computer and log me in on the other. What happens if I just join this meeting without switch? Oh, I see. So let me just see if I understand what I just did. I really don't.
Necessary to understand what you just did. That's the other question. If it works,
Okay.
don't
mess with it.
That's one of the
No,
uh,
we have a special guest, Vinci Board, to save the day. Yay! Vinci is the ancient 21st century game. What does that mean? Maybe it came from 21st century BCE. That makes it ancient.
So that switch feature may be a feature that's so far only been implemented on the Mac version of Zoom. But it's nice to know that it exists.
I never encountered that before.
New features get shipped out all the time.
Yeah, I never encountered that before.
Normally, we don't log in. We just join. If you're logged in on one machine, any place in the world, it goes all the way to China, comes back and says we cancel one of these sessions because it gets the KGB equivalent confused.
Oh, so perhaps it saw that Joel had attempted to log in from two different devices using his one account, maybe connected to his email. And
Yes.
he says, well, if you're going to join with a new version, we'll just kick you out of the first login or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's neat. I never saw that before. I never had that little button appear. This
oh,
technology keeps changing all the time.
do you usually join without signing into your Zoom account?
Yes, normally that's what I do.
But this time you joined with a Zoom account connected to Joel Schuster at blah blah blah, and then it saw that there was two of them, so it kicked out the first one. Oh,
Correct.
and maybe you saw that the host or the name of the meeting was Hyro's personal meeting or
That's
something like that.
That's exactly what I think happened.
And then that's by default the name of the meeting, but I tried to erase it and write a new name for the meeting. So I wrote this morning for those joining us on YouTube, I wrote, in the beginning God created, and then I put the date 11/11/2023 in parentheses. So that in the beginning God created
Did Hyro just
It
freeze
seems Hyro did. He must be having a temporary connectivity issue where he's located.
or he's having a seizure?
He's very good at holding still, if that were the case.
He's really good at that. How are you, Clem?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Good. You haven't got your video working yet.
I thought I had it working. The only way I could check it is sit here messing around with it while we're talking. And I still haven't. I've turned everything on, I thought, but I guess not.
Ah,
We should have Mike play today.
no, Mike doesn't like to play.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't like to play for the first year either, so
Yeah.
can't blame him.
But if he would play, we could have one of the more difficult games,
oh no.
a 5-player game.
Oh my
It-
goodness.
It's very rare to find 5 people to play at the same time. But
Oh no.
we could try if people are willing.
Oh no.
I'd be willing to give it a try, but only if you get the other 3 to join us, Joel.
Yeah, and only if I could find all the right pieces that I need.
Hmm.
Well, I think we got enough for 4 for sure. And I guess I could scramble something up for a 5th. Is everybody up for that? I better get a bigger board. Let me get Clem's board. It's a nicer one. And it's more visible. Where did I put it?
Oh, I got disconnected for 30 seconds. What did I miss?
Not much.
Well, we were considering whether we could have a 5-player game. It's the rarest of all games in Vinci. And no one here has ever played it except me.
Wow. How did you play Vinci with 5 players?
Well, the hardest part is finding 5 players. Now, there's Clem's first board made in the United States of America.
Yep.
Oh, let's see if I am skillful and enough to, let's see, anchor it. Let's see, and then maybe what else do you say?
Has
Who's
Mike
up?
heard the rules, or would Mike? Would you like
Mike
a
has-
review of them?
I'm happy to review them, or if Mike
I'm happy to
feels
do the same.
remembers them. So basically, the rules are, oh, somebody spotlighted the board.
I am getting skillfuler. Maybe
Yes.
by the end of the year I'll be able to do that even more smoothly.
Excellent. Excellent.
Hmm.
Okay. And so this, as we all know, is an UDA board or a Vinci board or whatever you call it. But this specific board is the very first board made in the United States. And it's made by our very own Clem Howard in Sweetwater, Texas.
Yay!
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Clem Howard. Thank you for designing and constructing the first ever mass manufactured, well, hand manufactured Vinci board. The first of its kind. Designed to specs by
Exactly.
the Joel Schuster specifications for the Vinci board.
So the
Historic moment.
a Vinci board consists of 17 spaces, and several of the spaces are readily identifiable even without labeling them.
Well, she was just 17, and
You
you
know
know what I mean.
Anyway, this spot here is the center.
Of the universe.
The center, well, it went, another name for Vinci is philosopher's tic-tac-toe.
Ooh.
So in philosopher's tic-tac-toe, this space is sometimes referred to as ontology.
Oh, it could be like in a Venn diagram. That's where truth lies. That is the most truthiest. There's a lot more truthiness in the center.
Well, that may be so.
Maybe.
The other spaces are on either side of ontology. One in philosophy would be known as epistemology, and the other would be metaphysics, or vice versa.
Or could it be yin and yang?
Could
or could it be left and right?
I think it would be most helpful, Joel, if you were to change your virtual background in your personal square where you're appearing. Show the Vinci board with the spaces numbered.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you for that, Rami. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
Oh, wow.
Choose
We're
virtual.
getting so skillful and sophisticated.
Would it make sense to go be with my son at 7?
Is that better?
I think that'll be helpful for everyone.
And sit away from the camera so your head doesn't cover the numbers. Yes, perfect.
That's going to be harder. Let's see.
Yes.
All right.
But then you cover.
Look out, Disney. Here comes Wake Up and Think Clearly. So
featuring Da Vinci board games with Canadian, American, Mexican, and Japanese. No, what others? Versions or innings or styles or rules.
How many innings will this game be?
well, first, before that, we have to find out who's playing.
Oh, I guess I will play so
Okay.
that I can maintain my winning record and be the envy of even Donald Trump.
Okay, so
play.
who was that?
Clem.
Clam.
Donald Trump?
I said I play, yeah.
We
Oh.
got 2. Do I
Clam
have
is playing.
What?
have 3?
So, Mike, just to review the rules of the game, it is the objective is to make certain shapes, and the 3 optioned shapes, where the pieces in a standard set of rules have to be adjacent to each other, and the shapes are triangle, square, or 3 in a row straight line, without spaces in between. You can make a triangle. I don't know if you can tell. In the middle of either side is 1, and the one that's in the middle of the 2 squares, that's the shared space, is space 9. So that right there, that triangle is worth 1 point. If Joel were to add another marble, that would be worth, oh, if that were a white one, that would be worth, okay, let's see. Okay, that would be worth 3 points, and then a square, where if the one on the right were a white marble, that would be 2 points. It's 1 marble at a time. Joel now has 4 points because he's got a 3 in a row and a triangle. And now he's got a 3 in a row and a square, so he's got 5 points for the green marbles as displayed. And now he has an additional 3 because they can still be used. So 3 with another 3, and then 1 additional 1. So displayed there in the green marbles is 7 points.
Correct.
Oh, that was wonderful narration by Rami, the educator of the rules of the game of life and the game of Vinci.
Well, that's some of the rules. Now, except for a variation of the game known as Channel, you could not have 3 in a row that would be in positions, let's say 6, 8, and then 2 on the opposite end. That would not be possible in a standard game. But you can have a triangle in that configuration, where it goes on either side of the 9. In that case, it's positions 8 and 2.
You cannot have 6, 8, and 2 across the English Channel.
Right, unless you're playing the Channel derivative variant of the rules.
Can you demonstrate 6, 8, and 2?
6, 8, and 2.
6, 8, and 2. You mean 6, 8, and 4, I believe. So this is 6, 8, and 4. Because where you see my finger are the White Cliffs of Dover, and there's a huge chasm between England and France, this does not count as 3 in a row.
But what about yet it's supposed to be able to count as a triangle, as a single point.
Correct. This would still count as a triangle, but this does not count as 3 in a row.
Why not?
Because this is a part of the water. The board ends here, and you can have a right angle construct, but you cannot have a vertical construct unless you have a bridge or a tunnel. And between England and France, they have something called the channel. So if you
But-
want to play a channel version, you can include these
But
rules.
the triangle, I object because the triangle does require crossing the waters.
Well,
Right.
you may object, and your objection will be duly noted.
I need to focus on cooking.
Okay.
Notice he did something new this morning, Jairo. Joel referred to it not as a triangle, but as a right angle construct.
Oh, getting sophisticated on me.
Well,
Right
if the right,
angle construct.
and that's how it,
Not
yeah, if
simply a triangle, but a right
two sides.
angle construct where two sides are of unit 1, but the hypotenuse is the square root of 2, maybe?
You remember what year you started forming this game?
Yeah, it
Joel?
would be about 2015.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Wow, that's ancient history.
So one other thing I'll point out to you, that this configuration has a specific name in Japan. It's called the Nihonbashi.
The Nihonbashi.
Nihonbashi. And
It's worth
this,
5 points.
it's worth 10 points.
Oh, wow.
It is the, as far as I know, the highest value construct for 5 pieces on a board.
Wow. Now that I know that, I will be seeking for the development of it.
Yes, a Nihonbashi is a very powerful shape.
It's like the Park Avenue of this monopolistic type game.
So Clem's playing, Jairo's playing, Rummy is engaged. Mike, are you in on a game? We can have a 3-way game, or maybe even a 4-way game if anybody's interested.
Hmm.
Well, how since Mike is either unavoidably detained or engaged, if you guys are okay, we can try a 3-way game. I don't think Clem's ever played a 3-way game.
No.
Wow.
And it's quite different than a 2-way game. I was hoping we might have a 5-way game with Mike Sorn, but he's very non-committal.
So we can have a 3-way game featuring Clem in Texas.
Yep.
Jairo in Florida.
Jairo in Winter Park, Florida. And Joel in Raspberry Hills, Toronto. Raspberry Hills, Toronto. That's where he resides, in Raspberry Hills.
I'm not sure what caused you to conclude that, but I won't argue with you, because for all I know, maybe I'm in Raspberry Hills. Okay, so we got 3 players. Everyone is of a legitimate age. You have to be above the age of 16 or below the age of 100.
Oh, my mother can't play.
She's already played, though, before she got to be 100.
She's now 101.
So
maybe you can amend that rule so that she can play.
I would be happy to do that anytime if she wants to play. She's a lovely lady, in my opinion.
Then she would have to make an amendment to the constitution of the game.
Yes. which I will happily do. Okay, so the next step, once we've determined who's playing, is to decide on the order of play. So the way we do that is we roll, it's random. Are you okay if I roll for you first, Clem?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I okay with Clem rowing first?
I didn't ask that because because you're both Americans. I know that you would defer to a Texan because Texas was a country before it became a state.
And everything is big in Texas.
Correct. So Clem, by my count, has 20. 5
Wow.
and 6 is 11, and 9 is 20. Are we
Yes.
all agreed that Clem has 20?
Yes.
That black die is hard to read.
It is. It's not good for this particular type of play, but it's distinct. Now, with your permission, Jairo, I will roll for you next, or would you prefer that I roll for myself first?
Okay, roll for yourself first.
Okay. I have 16, 21.
Yep.
Okay, Jairo. Well,
Wow, 10,
20. Okay, so
16,
I
20.
I beat both of you guys by 1 point.
Wow.
Therefore, I get 2 choices. I get the choice of which color die I want to use for my score, and I will be the Black Dark Knight. I'll take black. And then we have to decide on where we're sitting in the board clockwise. So I'm going to do this just the way you appear on the screen for me. I'll go Jairo is next and then Clem. So Jairo, what color would you choose for your scorekeeping?
How did you what was your decision that you would go when?
I didn't decide when I would go. I'm deciding which color die I'm going to use for my score first. And I'm
And
using black.
And now what happens?
Now you pick which color you want to use to keep your score.
Do you have
Of the remaining 5 colors.
do you have a teal?
I don't know what teal is, sort of green, isn't it?
Yes, maybe that's close enough. That green, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good color.
And Clem, you have your choice of any of the remaining 4 colors.
Give me a red one.
Red. Okay. So these 2, because we couldn't get 5 players for this inning, we will just go with these 3. Now we have to decide.
Time out. Can you move the board away from you so we can see the other corner? Were you placing the die on one corner? Oh, can you move it the other way? You pushed it one way. Can you push it the other way? Because we can't see one of the corners.
Which corner are you referring to?
There. Oh, move. Can you move it more to your? Is it right? No, the other way. A little more. There. Now we see all the corners.
Okay.
And it's right in the center of the square tile.
Okay, so the only thing that I have to remember is my color score is black, Jairo is green, and Clem is red. And we haven't started the game yet because we haven't decided whether we're playing a Canadian game, an American game, or a Mexican game?
Oh, which one? What are the differences? Pray tell.
A Canadian game is 3 innings, and the third inning counts for triple points.
Oh,
It parallels the rules of Canadian football, which has 3 downs. An American game has 4 innings, and the last 2 innings count for triple points. And that equates with the American football game, which is on a slightly larger field, and it has 4 innings or 4 downs in each football inning.
oh,
A Mexican game, because Mexico has Cinco de Mayo as its national holiday, has 5 innings, and the last 2 innings count as triple points.
Hate
is
to
there?
burst your bubble, Joel, but Cinco de Mayo is hardly actually celebrated. It was a minor battle in Mexican history. It's mostly an American thing north of the border that's celebrated as an excuse to drink.
There you go.
Well, whatever. A Mexican game is still 5 innings, and we are all known in North America as the Three Amigos: Canada, the United States, and Mexico.
Oh, ah,
Rightly or wrongly. Okay, so what is everyone's pleasure?
hmm.
Of the players and spectators, would we like to have a Mexican, American, or Canadian game? We already have an American board. We have a Canadian player. We have 2 American players. We have 2 American observers. So because we have no Mexicans here present, maybe in honor of their absence, we should play a Mexican game.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay, so now because I won the roll, I get to choose which order we'll play in, and I will elect to play first. And therefore, I will take the white pieces. I will have 6 of them, and I will take space number 1 on what is my left side, but I think on your board, it's your right side.
Correct.
Now, Jairo, it's your move.
Did I choose what color pieces I will have?
No, you didn't. The color pieces are predetermined by the
Oh,
order of play. So in mimicking chess play, white goes first, dark goes second, and in this particular instance, I have clear and blue, but I think the blue will show up better. So we'll use blue as the third to play.
so I am the darkie
You are on this round.
in this round. So my first move will be a strike at the let's see, on the right side, it would be number 8, I believe. Yes, perfect.
Okay, Clem, your move, you're going to be these blue pieces. Let's
Okay.
see how the color looks on the board. It's pretty close to the dark, but
Yeah.
I think we can distinguish them. And you can go any open place except not the center until
Okay.
you have 3 in a row.
All right, let's go number 3 on the left side. Yes.
1, 2. Is that what you meant?
Yes, sir.
Okie doke. Jairo,
Oh, wow. What a move. Let's see. Wow. Let me take a few hours to think about this one. No, a few seconds. Let's see. I will place my next one in the position to block Joel. Oh, wait. It looks like he's going to get 3 in a row. Where did that one come from? That one that sneaked in there.
You weren't paying attention.
Oh, wow. I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's normal. Let's see. So I will try to cause some commotion by placing a piece of mine in the position of, let's see, that would be number 2 on the left side. Yay! No, the other side. Yes, that left. You're right.
My right, your left. Okay. Clem, you're
Okay.
Hmm.
Number 1, please. Yep.
and
Oh, wow. Brilliant. Oh, no.
take a second. Now
No.
it's your move, Hyro.
No, you can't do that. You ruined my hopes of obtaining the 5, the Star of David in the center. The what's it called? The Japanese
Nihon Bashi.
Nihon Bashi.
Do you know
Thwarted
why it's called
my
the Nihon
dream.
Bashi?
No.
Nihon Bashi Bridge is a bridge in the center of Tokyo where all the major roads of antiquity merge, and every distance from Tokyo is measured by the center of the Nihon Bashi Bridge. So it's the center of ancient Japan. Anyway, so much but I digress. It's still your move, Hyro. I shouldn't interfere because
Okay.
it's long enough.
I wish to remove the piece that you put on position 9 and
Unfortunately,
replace it with mine.
you cannot do that because I have.
Maybe I could bribe the facilitator of the game or something.
I'm afraid not. He's beyond reproach when it comes to removing his own pieces.
Oh. Oh, but if it was Clem's pieces, maybe you'd consider it.
I might. I may not be as careful about those.
Oh. Oh no. I see a chance for Clem to obtain his 3 in a row. So I will block it just to be mean. I will place mine there.
Okay.
Wow, how did you know? You're psychic?
Okay.
Lucky guess.
How about number 4? Yes.
Oh.
I blocked him back.
Uh-oh. Oh, now, look at that.
Your move, Hyro.
I will block Clam's attempt to get a 3 in a row by placing mine to block position 8 on the left side. Yes.
Clam.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm just a blocker today.
5. Yes.
Clem's got the board memorized now, I see.
Oh no.
Hyro.
I will again. No, wait a minute. Should I block Clem's attempt to get a square? Or should I block Joel's attempt to get 3 in a row? I will go with Joel's attempt to get 3 in a row.
Clem.
No.
Number 6.
Oh, yeah, that's another 3 in a row. I had 2 options. But that'll work. Oh.
Hyro.
Oh. I only have one choice, don't I?
Yeah, you have no choice.
Yep.
Okay. So now
Oh,
Hyro and I have 6 pieces on the board, and Clem only has 5. So Clem gets to remove one of either of Hyro or my pieces. Hyro is no threat because he has no points at all. And
oh no.
Clem has 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 6. So he has to find a way to bring my score below 6.
Let's go with removing 1. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see
good
what
move.
that does.
So I've only got 3. Clem has 6. Clem wins the game, and we put his
Oh,
on the board.
wait, I object.
How can you object? Why do you object?
I appeal.
You can appeal. You can.
What if Clem had removed instead of the piece in position 1, if he'd had removed the piece in position 6? Let's see what would have happened.
He would have still won, and I would have had less points. You're right. That would have been a better move. But it doesn't matter because he wins in any event. I would have been only 1, and Clem wins.
And then I came in a solid 3rd place.
Exactly. You did, Hyro. It was
Did I get any
actually
points?
it was a very tight game, but you came in last.
Skillfully.
You very skillfully came in last.
With 0 points acquired. Oh, but I didn't get to remove. Oh, it didn't matter for me removing any of mine. There were no threats involved.
Okay, so this time.
So I skillfully made Clem win.
So this
that was
time
my
you're in the
strategy.
second inning, and this time we rotate clockwise again. Hyro, you go first. Clem will go second, and I'll go last. So where do you want your first piece placed?
Position 1. I'm going to not position 1, position 2. I'm going for the Nihon Bashi.
Well, remember, there are 3 Nihon Bashis.
Oh, there's a total of 3 possible Nihon Bashis?
Yes.
Not just the one in the center?
No.
Oh, then that alters my ambitions a little bit.
You want to change your first move before we get rolling here?
Unless
Clem objects?
No.
No, I don't. He wants to.
No. My position.
So Clem, it's your move.
Has its purpose.
Let's go with 3 on my right. I guess that'd be your left.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay. I will go in the center, and Hyro, it's your move again.
Position 2 on the right.
Don't you already have 2 on the right?
That's your right.
Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, of course.
You're left.
Yeah, that's a good move. I can see that now. Clem.
Let's go with 1 on my right. Yes.
And I'll go Hyro.
Oh no. I'll take number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
And Clem.
Give me number 7.
Oh yes. And I'll go with number 8 next to his number 7. Oh wait. No, it's too late. No, it's okay. That's good. Oh no.
Hiro.
I'll go with position 8 on my left. I got a Nihon Bashi.
Yeah, but you got to keep it, remember?
Okay.
Clem.
I'll bribe everyone to let me keep it.
Clem.
I'll pay them
Let's
10
go with
cents.
number 6.
Oh no.
Hiro.
Oh. Wow. Oh wow. That's interesting. Let's look for ways to block. We'll get the most blockage. Hmm.
Wait a minute. Did we miss a move here? Did you move yet?
Yeah, but I think I was skipped one time.
Oh yeah, we better get okay, you better take your move now. I just noticed there weren't the right number of pieces on the board.
Okay, go with number
Oh
5 on my side.
no. Rami, how could you miss that? Okay.
Hey. Hiro, your move, and then Clem, and then we're done for this inning.
To answer
Oh,
your question,
wow.
Hiro, I had my back turned from the screen, scrubbing a skillet, which I'm getting
1,
now
2,
back to.
3, 4. So, where could I move to produce the most damage, the most blockage? Oh, that's interesting. It looks like either position would, but it depends on who I want to block more. Strategically, I will go for the number 4 on the left, or the other left.
You wanted to go here?
Yes.
Okay. Clem, you have no choice, you go there. Okay. So
Oh.
I have 5 pieces on the board, and you each have 6. So I am going to Hiro, you're already on the board. You didn't have any score. That's Clem's point. I'm gonna take out the center. Now, Hiro, you get to remove one of Clem's pieces. You have 0 points. Clem has 3, 6, 9, plus 2 is 11, 12, 13 points. And you can remove one of his pieces. And I have 3, 6, 7 points. So can you bring him below 7 points? If you can, please do so. I'll win. Are you still there, Hiro?
Could be another connectivity issue.
Yeah, it looks very still. So whichever way I do this, if I take,
Yeah, hold on. It's still his right, is it not?
it is his right, but he may adopt the Rami rule and abandon his right.
To take someone's piece, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
There
here
he
you
is.
go. Okay.
I had to answer an important phone call from the president,
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that. And what did I miss?
It's your turn to remove one of Clem's pieces. And the way
And
the board,
Clem is the guy in blue.
no, that's me. I'm in blue. Clem is the greenish or dark color.
Oh. Oh, you removed my Nihon Bashi piece.
I did.
And I can't have 3 in a row because of the waters.
Correct.
That is a disaster for my merit.
Correct.
accumulated merit. So I will find a way to reduce the merit of my fellow gamesman, Clem. So I will remove the piece that's on the, let's see, for 5, position 5. Yes, that might remove the most pointages that he would have otherwise.
So Clem now has 3 in a row, which is 3 points. 4, 5, 6. He has 3 in a row and 3 triangles, gives him 6 points. And I have 3, and 3 is 6, and a triangle is 7.
Oh,
So
another triangle.
where? Oh, yeah, you're right. 3, 6, 7, 8. So I win the second inning by putting my piece on the board with the number 1 facing up.
Yay!
And this time, Jairo, you'll go last, and Clem
Giving me a greater chance of gaining a point.
Well, so far everybody who's gone last seems to win, but that may be the result of
Skill
skill
or lack of skill.
or lack of skill or just plain dumb luck. Who knows? Who knows for sure?
We'll review the footage in
we still need the
archive.
bikini-clad women to walk around with a little, or we need somebody with very nice hands and manicure to put the inning card up.
With long nails.
With long nails, yes. Okay, so 3rd inning, single point inning. Clem, you go first.
Let's go with number 2 on my side, or the other side. There you go.
Okay.
Wow.
Now it's my go, and I'll go number 1. And Jairo, it's your move.
Oh no. This is so disastrous. I will go with number 1.
Clem.
Okay, let's go 4 on my side, right here.
And I will go
Hmm.
Jairo.
Oh no. He could get 3 in a row. What'll I do? Where will I go? I'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to force him to take the centerpiece.
And Clem.
Okay, let's let's go number 3 on my side.
And I will take the center.
No.
Jairo.
Wow. So I will take position 9, 8, 7 on the side that has most of my pieces. Yes, all of my pieces.
All right. Let's go number 3 on the left side. Yeah.
And I will go Jairo.
I'll go.
Should have blocked them.
Hmm. What color am I?
Blue.
Oh, yes. Ah, I guess I'll get the position at 6. Yes. On the right side. Yes.
Clem.
Okay, let's go. Number 2 on yes.
Hyro. Last move, Hyro.
Ah, 8 on the right side.
Clem. Last move.
Can I take center? Number 9?
The
Yes.
center's already been taken.
Oh, okay. Give me number 4 on yes.
And I have no choice. I have to take that. Okay, so Hyro, you get to pick one of either white or green's pieces to remove, unless you invoke the Rami principle and abandon your rights. Abandon your rights, all ye who enter here.
It's not abandoning your rights. It's just abstaining from exercising the one right.
Okay.
What you call a right, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. I consider it theft, but you have. I think you've called it equalization at one point.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I
There's a dog at the door.
I have a question for Mike Sworn.
I will remove. I will remove the piece, the black piece that occupies position 7.
Okay, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6 points remaining.
Oh,
And
wow.
I have the right to remove one of the whites, but it's not necessary. Hyro has 3, 5, 6 points as well. So we're tied. We're tied for the 3rd inning.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Now there's one other rule that is seldom invoked.
It's
That's
the
why
Rami rule, version 2.
No, it's just
Rami gets to flip a coin to see who wins.
no. Since we didn't mention it, we won't use it, but I'll just mention it now for educational purposes. It's called the Texas tiebreaker because Clem's here. There's actually 2 variants of it. There's called the Texas tiebreaker and there's the Texas ultimate tiebreaker. It won't apply in this inning, but what it means is the person who occupies the center wins in the case of a tie. So if we had played with that rule, theoretically, my 6 points would be slightly more valuable than Hyro's 6 points, but
because you hold position 9?
Correct.
Oh, it's a good thing we're not using that rule this time because we didn't know it.
Correct.
Otherwise, I would have removed position 9.
Correct.
Maybe I would have lost anyway, maybe.
So what we have to do now is we have to have a 2-player game to resolve the tie. And we'll play just Hyro and myself. a replay of the third inning for 2 players.
And
since
who goes last?
I will go second and you will go first because you went last in the last row. So it would be as though we were
Oh,
continuing.
I got penalized for going last.
So it's your
By
move,
going-
Myro. We're still in the third inning. It's a single point inning. Each of us has 1 point. Clem is not, or Hyro has no points yet going into the third inning. So that if Hyro wins this inning, will all 3 of us be tied?
Position 1 is my move because I won in my mind.
Hyro, your move.
And now I will take up position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that side. Yes.
Hyro, your move.
Now I will take 9. Now I will take 7 on the side with your pieces. The other 7. Yes. Ah!
Hyro.
And now I will take upon myself to take position 7 on the other side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, correct. Ah! Now I will take position 5
5.
on the left side.
It's taken.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. Yes. Interesting. I'll take position 2.
I got to get some more marbles out.
Yes, correct.
I need more marbles. I've
Uh.
lost my marbles. Shall I do with the drunken sailor? Hyro.
Position 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. You blocked my chance to get 3 in a row. You're so mean.
So now, Hyro, you have 5, 9 on the board, and I have 8. And you have 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. And I have 3, 5, 6, 7 points. So I have to remove 7 points from you. How can I do that? Can I do that? I don't think I can. Maybe. I'll take that one. And Hyro, you're left with 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So I think I win by 1 point. 3, 6, 8. Yes, I do. Okay, so we're going into the 4th inning. And I have a score of 2. Clem has a score of 1. Jairo is not on the board yet. We go into the 4th inning, and Jairo was last time, and that means he will be first and Clem will be second. And
Why is Clem second?
because that's the order that we played it in last time, the clockwise positioning, unless I made a mistake, which does happen on occasion, but it's very, very rare.
Okay.
Okay. 4th inning, triple points now, remember. So that
this
if
is the inning that
we
I
start
could
with
win.
3 points an inning. It's a Mexican game. If Jairo wins the next 2 games, he wins the entire series. If Clem and I win 1 each, I will win. If Clem wins 2, he will win. And your move, Jairo.
1 on either side.
Clem.
2 on right side.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will take 1 on that side. Jairo.
I will take let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yeah, 5 on the other side.
This side?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's go 2 on the other side. Yes.
My turn? No. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 on the right side.
That was nasty, Jairo.
Let's go 4 on your side there.
Whose turn?
My turn. Jairo.
8, 10, 6. 6 on the right side. The other right side.
Let's go 3. Yep.
And I will take the center. Jairo.
8.
Clem.
4. Yeah.
And I will go. I've only got 3 choices. I'll go there. Jairo.
Wow. Let's see. 8, 7, 6. 6.
And Clem, you have no choice. You take it. Okay. So I think I got this game, guys. I'm not sure, but I got 3 this way, 4 and 5. And no one else has 5. So even before removing a piece, Clem has 3 and 1 is 4. Jairo has 1. So I think black takes this round. Plus the game. Without even playing the 5th inning. So 5-1. And even if we play out the inning, Jairo
crushed us.
More than 3. So I won the first Mexican game played online.
And we didn't even have to play the 5th inning and you won
Correct.
it.
Correct.
We'll have to review this game and comment on it and analyze it and see why.
Why did this Canadian win?
The Mexican.
The Mexican version, while we're playing in the United States on an American-made board. This cannot stand. We'll have to reactivate the War of 1812.
And amend the Constitution of the Vinci, and say that we'll have to introduce a rule that will benefit us Americans
Yes.
somehow.
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
gentlemen, I'm going to take off. Have a wonderful rest of your morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
See you later.
Rami is
Bye,
leaving
Rami.
us. Thank you.
I'm sorry we couldn't get Mike Sorn to play, but yeah, he sometimes has difficulties with his microphone and such. So, or maybe he was just afraid to lose to a fellow Texan.
Yeah.
I think he lives part of the year in Texas and part of the year in Maryland.
Yeah, I was gonna say Maryland's it's probably getting ready to snow, so he's probably getting ready to come back to Texas if he ain't already here.
I think he's already there. He's pretty much aware of those things.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you still haven't figured out your video there, Clem.
No, I'm trying.
We should have had, well, maybe Hyro knows. You're on a Windows machine?
Yes, Windows 10.
Oh, okay, so it's an older version. Does that have a bearing on the video, Hyro? Do you know?
Oh, maybe he could restart the Windows, like restart the computer and then rejoin the meeting and see if it fixes it.
The Zoom keeps giving me a message that it's unable to detect it.
Unable to detect the camera.
Right. So I mean, it's in my computer somewhere. I just gotta keep trying.
Oh.
So would it be something in the Zoom settings then, Hyro?
Is there another program that you use on other occasions that use the camera?
No.
And do you usually shut down the computer after you use it, or do you leave it turned on?
No, we usually shut it off.
Oh, so maybe it doesn't need restarting.
Well, see, we had problems with this laptop. It basically crashed, and it got stuck in airplane mode for almost a year before I finally got it to come back out of airplane mode. And ever since then, I've been having to reload this and reload that. So camera's probably one of them that messed up too.
What? I don't know what airplane mode is.
It's there's a silly button on here that you can touch by accident, and it literally just shuts all your programs down, and you can't hear anyone, and you can't do anything. And you're supposed to just be able to touch that button and bring it back, turn it off, and that way you can. But for some reason, ours got stuck in it, so I literally had to reload the whole computer.
I see.
And they said that whenever I checked into it, they said Windows 10 is bad about doing that.
Yeah, is Windows up to Windows 12 now? What's the most?
Man, I don't know. I might need to check. I might be able to do an update on it.
I don't think you can update Windows 10, can you, Hyro?
Well, the computers you buy in the store, brand new, they all now have Windows 11, but Windows 10 is still being used. So if you have Windows 10, it should be okay.
Okay.
Huh.
See, I didn't know that. I thought it was
And Windows 12, I don't know when that's coming. I haven't heard anything about it.
Huh.
Hmm.
So are there certain newer computers that won't run Windows 10? Like you have to run a more recent version of Windows just for them to operate, the more modern computers? Or will they still operate Windows 10?
Yes, a modern computer can still run on Windows 10.
Okay.
It's just they made some looks, the looks or the way it looks, they're trying to maybe do some things that a Mac does, or they're trying to simplify things, and they're kind of hiding things that you have to go a few extra steps to find. It's kind of it's kind of hard to get used to.
I see.
If you've been using Windows 10 and you go to Windows 11, then you'll feel a little lost for a while.
I noticed too, whenever I joined Zoom, I right at the very initial, when you join the group, it says, do you want video on or off? And mine was off. So I turned it on. I thought maybe that would fix it too. And then I joined the group. I don't know if I came across on video or not, but then it kicked me back off. And so I had to rejoin again. And I'm not sure if I clicked that, video back on. So maybe next week.
Yeah, try that. Or okay,
Oh.
guys. It's almost Remembrance Day ceremonies here in Canada, so I'm gonna bid you adieu for another week. Oh, by the way, Hyro, do you want we talked about this briefly. I don't know if we ever made a decision about sharing this Zoom meeting so we can have Zoom games at other times when you're not using it. Is that something that
Okay.
you're interested in, and how could we share the costs of the Zoom account and so on? We talked about it about a month ago, I think, but we never came to a conclusion. Have you thought
Oh.
about it at all?
Oh. I I haven't investigated how to share an account. Would I like is there a way that I could just say, okay, I want this other guy with this email to have rights to schedule meetings? I don't know, or would I give the administrator my credentials?
I'm not. I share several Zoom meetings with other groups, and they just give me a Zoom host password.
Yeah.
So if I schedule a meeting on the other group, I just use the host password. But if you come on that meeting, if you need the meeting at the same time, that automatically takes precedence over my password.
Oh.
At least I think that's how it works. I know that's how it works with the Dallas.
I noticed whenever I joined that whenever you join Zoom, it gives you a number for your account. So you can actually start your own group meeting through your account. I don't know if we need to do that. I don't know how we need to do it.
Well, the simplest would be like, I don't know what times you actually use this Zoom account. I'm sure you're not using it 24 hours a day, or at least I hope you're not. You wouldn't have much of a life otherwise. So we could think about it a little longer and see, how it would work, or if it would work, and if we want to go ahead with it. But
Well-
I don't know whether you want to, because Clem was thinking of putting the Zoom meeting on the instructions of the
Do you see what I'm sharing?
Yes, I
yes.
see it.
Designating an alternative host. So maybe that gives me a clue. Hmm. Hmm. How
I
to
was thinking it would be much easier if we just Hyro's account to Zoom, where we could just send people to watch and learn, and then from that point, we can teach them how to, or maybe even put a card in the
Oh,
game where they
okay.
could join Zoom.
So here it says to where to go. So or I could enter the host's email address. So I could add Joe Schuster at blah blah blah
Yeah.
and Clem Howard at blah blah blah. So both of you could host if you need to. And then optional selection enable allow alternate hosts to add or edit posts. Now check schedule to finish. The alternative host will then receive an email letting them know that they have been added as an alternative host, as long as they have not disabled this email notification in the web portal. And
Okay.
then you would
look at let's
sign in
for the first
and
thing is to think about whether you want to do
interview.
it or not, and what are the other implications of it, and then we can figure out how to do it. Guys, I have to go to another meeting now, so I'm going to wish you all a good weekend.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's see. Let's stop sharing. Who's still here? Oh, there's still. I see. I see a Joel still there.
Nope, there you go.
Now he's gone.
Yeah.
Now, who's left? There's
It's
Clem,
just me. Yep.
and Rami's not here.
No, he already left too.
Well, thank you, Clem, for joining us and
Yeah, we'll see you next time, all right?
All right, have a good week.
Hey, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was that. A game of Vinci was played with the Mexican versions where you have 5 innings, but it only took 4 innings for Joel to win because he advanced with enough points that neither one of us other 2 players could have caught up with him. I believe. If I understand correctly, he obtained maybe 5 points, and we had 1 and 0 point, and we would have only gotten at best 4 points, or Clem would have. I didn't have any points, so I came in a solid last. So I am not the top player. I am now in the bottom of the list, I would say, or in there somewhere. But maybe next time I will produce some more accumulating results. Mm, yeah. Hmm. I guess I should get ready to go. Like I'm thinking going to Home Depot and getting some things. Oh man. Okay. So